In this video, we are going to install Oracle 23 AI, that is the container database, on the Docker. And before that, we should come to know what are the different flavors of this 23 AI is available Docker image. And one image is enterprise edition image is available. Okay, so that is your Oracle registry, then database, then enterprise edition, and another one is the free edition. Okay, so this one is the free edition. You can see here, this is the difference, free. And again, in the free edition we have two images are available, like two flavors. One is full, another is light. Okay, if you want the startup time should be less, then you can go with this light version. So basically it will take less time to start, and also it is consuming less memory. Okay, so let me jump to this demo. So I have one Linux machine. It is installed with Docker like 28.3. So let me try to pull this image. You can pull this image, Docker pull. This is the container name. Okay, this is the registry and the container for 23 AI. So I already pulled that image. So consume to reduce this time, you can see I checked this Docker images and grab this Oracle. You can see the exact image name, like container registry, then database, then free. This is the free edition. Okay, you can see the size is around like 10 GB. Okay, so let me going to deploy this inside this Docker container. If you check the Docker vs and grep, any Oracle or something, nothing, no process is running. So let me go ahead to deploy this Oracle 23 AI in the Docker. So for that, first thing is that we need to download this Docker image. So I already completed this step. So let me go ahead to deploy one container. So to deploy one container, one of the necessary thing is that we need the persistent storage. So for the persistent storage, the container need this path like opt oracle oradata, and it should be mapped to your host path. Okay, so in your host machine, I mean this machine, I already created one directory ls-ld opt, any directory you can create, and this should be mapped to your container this path. Okay, so that's why the left hand side I put like oracle oradata, whatever directory you created, and make sure you have given like necessary permission, so that the container will write its file to inside that directory. Otherwise, if you restart your container, your all the file will be lost. Okay, so let me deploy this container using this Docker image. So that command is very simple: Docker run your container name, like any name. Then I put through this container in daemon mode, like it is should be running inside, I mean in background. And since you know, like Oracle is expose is port in 1521, so I need to map it to my local. Then that there have like a lot of environment variables are there. If you check the document, you can see there is a lot of environment variable you can customize. Okay, so like Oracle password, archive log, all these things you can customize. So I take only this one, Oracle password, because once the installation is completed, then I'm going to log into this database using this password. So that's why I put this one. If you forget this one, you can also reset this password using this command, but I'll go with this first option. Okay, having like environment variable set. Then mount this volume inside this container. Then your image name, whatever image is there, the same image you can pass it here. Okay, if you try with like latest hyphen free, that is the light version, you can try this one. Okay, latest hyphen light. Okay, so that it will consume less memory and less space. Okay, so let me go ahead to hit enter. hopefully one container should be running. You can check using docker ps, then your container name like ora23ai. So now we can see one process is running, docker process. So 11 seconds ago. So let me log into that using docker logs. You can check what the things going on. We can put the container name docker logs, and you can put more or less. Now you can see it said the password and 23% completed. I think it's ongoing. I can check this one. I think we are getting some errors. Let me check this one. Why it is the process not showing? Let me check this one. Yeah, since the last time I'm facing some issue with that Docker image, so that's that image is not compatible with this some of the architecture like AMD. So that's why we are getting some issue with that image. So that's why I go with this light version. So this one is compatible. So you can try this light version also. The startup time is very fast. Also, this one is compatible with AMD. Okay. So I deleted that one and started downloading this image. Like the command is remains same, just the tag name is different. Okay, so the Docker pull in place of this latest, you can use this latest hyphen light. Okay, so once you download this image, then you can create one instance of this Oracle 23 AI using the command I provided this one. For the persistent volume, you can use this one. You can create one directory like this, opt oradata. So I have created this directory. So we expect not this one. So there is nothing there inside this opt oradata. So when the database instance is created, so a lot of files should be created inside this directory. So let me create one Docker process. If you check this one, grep ora, nothing is there. Let me create one process. The command remains same, only the tag name is different, like this little light version. So let me check this process. Yes, one process is getting created and it exposed the 1521 port. So you can parallelly check the logs like Docker logs, your container name, this one. Now it is showing like starting the Oracle database instance, that the free. Okay, so now we can uh, log into that container. So like Docker exec. Yeah, this command you can use. So I jump to the bash shell of that container and I can use the SQL plus root or sysdba. So I'm getting this prompt, and here you can show this thing like PDBs. Yeah, you can see one PDB already created, like free PDB. We no need to mention that one, it's automatically created. Okay, so and we can remotely connect to this database. Let me exit from here and get the IP address. You can check my IP address is 43. I can remotely access to this machine since the database is exposed in the 1521 port number. I can access using port number also. Okay, so I have like Windows machines, and here the instant client is also I installed. Okay, you can see here. So SQL Plus also available here, the client version. You can see the SQL Plus version. Any version is fine, like 1921, like that. Okay, let me connect to this remote database. So this is my remote database. This Docker. Yes. Grave Ora. Yeah, this is the remote database. Let me connect to this database and create some table there. So to connect to this remote database which is running inside Docker, so you can use this command sql plus sys and password and your remote server name, that is the my IP is .43 and the port number and your database name. Okay, I'm using gitbash. You can try with this DOS. So I'm able to connect to this remote database 23 AI. So I can show you like PDBs, and you can create one instant, create one table. And the employee name like Faircat 210. So table is created. Let me insert some records. Insert into employee values. Let me put like X-Man. One record is committed. I mean, we need to commit this one so that it will be reflected on this session also. Okay, so let me connect to this machine, connect to this database pod, and here you can use the SQL Plus and select start from employee. It should not come, like we did not commit this session. Okay, so we have committed. So now if you check this one, select start from employee, now it should come. Okay, so now this record is coming. So this is very easy method how to create one database instance using Docker, and you can check here PS grep Ora, and you can see this how much memory is consuming. It's almost taking 2 GB. If I stop this container, you can see the difference. Docker stop your container name, the database instance will be shut down, and you can check the how much memory is released. Almost 2 GB memory is released. And if you want to again start this instance, you can use the same command like docker start. Since we are using the persistent storage, so whatever you created, the same thing you can get back once you start the instance, otherwise you cannot get. Okay, so the process is started. Let me log into this process. SQL Plus, and we can check like this select start from employee. We should expect the same thing is coming. Okay, even though after restarting this container, still we are getting this data because of this persistent volume. Okay, whatever volume we created, the same volume is mounted to this container data. Okay, so if you check this one, you can see here there is a lot of directories is created, like free database is created. Okay, so this is all about how to create the database instance using Docker.